What I'm about to show you will make you never look at standing on solid ground the same way again. If Earth stopped spinning for just 1 second, not a minute, not an hour, but literally 1 second, the catastrophic chain reaction would be so violent that it would instantly kill every living thing on the planet. By the end of this video, you'll understand why that gentle breeze you feel right now is actually evidence that you're hurtling through space at 1,000 miles per hour. And what happens when that suddenly stops will terrify you. Hit that subscribe button right now, because what you're about to learn will change how you see our planet forever. Right now, as you're watching this video, you're moving faster than a Formula 1 race car. You're moving faster than a bullet train. You're moving at 1,040 miles per hour if you're at the equator. But here's what's terrifying: you don't feel it. You have absolutely no sensation that you're rocketing through space at incomprehensible speed. This is because everything around you, the air, the ground, the buildings, even the atmosphere, is moving with you. Think about this. Every step you take, every breath you draw, every heartbeat in your chest is happening while you're traveling at supersonic speeds. The only reason you're not torn apart by wind resistance is because the entire atmosphere is your co-pilot in this cosmic journey. But what if that journey suddenly stopped? What if, for just 1 second, the Earth hit the brakes? To understand what would happen, we need to talk about something called inertia. Isaac Newton discovered that objects in motion stay in motion unless acted upon by an external force. Your body, traveling at 1,040 miles per hour, doesn't know the Earth has stopped. So while the planet suddenly becomes stationary, you continue moving eastward at over 1,000 miles per hour. But here's where it gets absolutely horrifying. You wouldn't just stumble forward. You wouldn't just fall down. You would be launched horizontally through the air, like a human cannonball. Imagine being fired from a cannon at 1,040 miles per hour. That's not falling. That's ballistic flight. Every human, every animal, every car, every building that isn't perfectly anchored to bedrock would become a supersonic projectile. The impact force would be equivalent to hitting a concrete wall at 1,000 plus emph. There would be no survival, no exceptions. But the human carnage would only be the beginning. The atmosphere itself would become a weapon of mass destruction. Our atmosphere is also spinning with the Earth at 1,040 miles per hour. When the solid Earth stops but the atmosphere continues moving, you get winds that make the strongest hurricanes look like gentle breezes. We're talking about 1,000 plus mph winds circling the entire globe. These aren't winds, they're atmospheric tsunamis. The friction alone would generate temperatures hot enough to melt steel. Every tree would be ripped from the ground and launched like missiles. Every building not made of reinforced concrete would be shredded into projectiles. The very air would become a blowtorch of superheated debris. But here's the most terrifying part: these aren't normal winds moving horizontally. The sudden stop would create vertical atmospheric disturbances that would literally tear the sky apart. Now let's talk about what happens to 70% of Earth's surface: the oceans. The world's oceans contain 1.4 billion cubic kilometers of water, all moving at 1,040 miles per hour at the equator. When Earth stops spinning, this incomprehensible volume of water doesn't get the memo. Picture the largest tsunami in recorded history. The 2004 Indian Ocean tsunami that killed 230,000 people. Now multiply that by 1,000. The entire Pacific Ocean would become a wall of water moving at supersonic speeds. This wouldn't be a wave, this would be a liquid continent. Every coastline on Earth would be obliterated by walls of water hundreds of miles high moving at jet aircraft speeds. The water wouldn't just flood the land, it would scour it clean. Mountains would be eroded to nothing. Entire continents would be reshaped in minutes. And here's what's truly mind-bending. The ocean floors would be temporarily exposed as all that water redistributes itself across the planet's surface. But we're not done with the destruction yet. The sudden stop would trigger geological chaos on a scale never seen in Earth's history. Earth's crust is broken into massive tectonic plates that float on molten rock. These plates are also spinning with the Earth. When the surface stops spinning, but the molten interior continues moving, you get something scientists call differential rotation. This would trigger every fault line on Earth simultaneously. We're talking about magnitude 12 plus earthquakes. Earthquakes so powerful they would crack continents in half. The San Andreas Fault would split California like a zipper. The Ring of Fire would explode with volcanic activity that would make Pompeii look like a firecracker. Yellowstone, Mount Vesuvius, Mount Fuji, every dormant volcano would awaken simultaneously. The Earth would literally tear itself apart from the inside. The friction between the spinning core and the stationary surface would generate heat equivalent to millions of nuclear bombs detonating underground every second. Now here's something most people don't know. Earth's magnetic field exists because our planet spins. This magnetic field is the invisible shield that protects us from deadly solar radiation. When Earth stops spinning, even for 1 second, this protective magnetic field would fluctuate wildly. The sudden disruption would create gaps in our planetary defense system. Solar radiation that's normally deflected into space would penetrate our atmosphere, instantly sterilizing any life that somehow survived the atmospheric winds, the oceanic tsunamis, and the geological apocalypse. But here's the most chilling part. The magnetic field disruption would also affect our technology. Every satellite in orbit would be fried, every electronic device on Earth would malfunction or be destroyed. In that 1 second, humanity would lose GPS, internet, power grids, communication systems. Our entire technological civilization would collapse instantly. So what would Earth look like after this 1 second catastrophe? The planet would be completely unrecognizable. The continents would be reshaped. New mountain ranges would have formed from the geological chaos. The ocean basins would be completely different. Entire species would be extinct. Not just humans, but every complex life form on the planet. But here's what's fascinating. Earth would eventually start spinning again. The gravitational forces from the sun and moon would gradually restore the planet's rotation over millions of years. New weather patterns would emerge. New ocean currents would form. Life would eventually return. But it would take millions of years for complex ecosystems to redevelop. The Earth that emerged would be alien to us. Different continents, different climate, different everything. Our 1 second of stopped rotation would have reset the entire planet. So the next time you're standing outside feeling perfectly still and stable, remember this. You're actually hurtling through space at over 1,000 miles per hour on a spinning ball of molten rock. That gentle breeze you feel isn't just wind. It's evidence of our planet's incredible journey through space. That solid ground beneath your feet isn't solid at all. It's a thin crust floating on an ocean of liquid fire. The fact that you can stand upright, that you can breathe, that you can exist at all, depends on a delicate balance of forces that most people never think about. 1 second. That's all it would take to end everything. 1 second of stopped rotation would unleash forces so catastrophic that they would make nuclear war look like a minor inconvenience. But here's the beautiful part. It's not going to happen. The laws of physics that would make this scenario so devastating are the same laws that keep our planet spinning reliably, day after day, year after year. So you can sleep peacefully tonight, knowing that tomorrow morning the sun will rise in the east just like it has for 4.5 billion years. If this video completely changed how you see our planet, smash that like button and subscribe to Simply Logics for more mind-bending explanations of the world around us. Comment below. What other seemingly simple questions should I investigate? What everyday phenomenon do you want me to explain? And don't miss my next video. What would happen if gravity stopped working for 30 seconds? The answer will terrify you even more than this one. Thanks for joining me on this journey to the edge of catastrophe. Until next time, remember, every second you're alive is a miracle of physics.